Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashmi, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel of God looking at the standard of Yahweh Bashmi, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akim Mahalaya coming back with another lesson, Lord, would it be edifying. It says, collapse incoming, European nations start rationing food and fuel. Okay. Which shows you about this great economic collapse, which is actually done by design. If you look at the World Economic Forum, you have a demon by the name of Klaus Schwab. And you have a book out there going into the whole Great Reset, the Great World Economic Forum, and how they're trying to set up this one world government, man, this one world aspect of a totalitarian society by rationing food and putting everybody or locking everybody into this technocracy. Okay, which is a society that's ran by technological advances, hence the MOTB. Okay, and you know what, man, this place is falling. It's falling fast. Okay, like I mentioned in my in transit, you have a multi-dimensional aspect of a beast. Okay, so when you go into the 7 heads and the 10 horns being native in the EU, okay, and America being a great whore, you have to understand that the Most High is attacking his beast and his ligaments. Okay, the Most High is puncturing main arteries in America is basically bleeding out slow, but nonetheless it's bleeding out. Okay, so this food shortage and this rationing food and fuel, that's going to come over here to the West. And when people wake up and they see what the hell is really happening in the world, that's when these people are going to really go batshit crazy, because they're not in tune, okay? Because they're too flabbergasted by bread and circus. Like this weekend, you had the NCAA thing. You know, you go to places, people all out, they're drinking, they're doing craziness, wickedness, and they're not paying attention to what's happening in the world. When this guy basically told you that we want a one world order, okay, and that's what they're getting ready to establish for the most part. But how about Shimi Hawashai is gonna put an end to this shit, man. Okay, because I'm outside right now and I'm looking in the sky, and this motherfucking devil is just spraying chemicals in the air, man. Okay, which is part of their plan. Like, can't you just let the sky breathe for one fucking day? You know, you want to come out here, you got to see all this haze and shit, you got to breathe it in, you know, and it's causing death and illnesses, respiratory infections, you know, so your immune system is fighting harder against the infections that's accumulating in your body, man. You see what I'm saying? And this man just won't quit. That's why the scriptures say, hey, his desires as death and hell, he can't be satisfied, because he won't be satisfied until he destroy himself and everybody else with him. You know, like, who wants to be breathing the chemicals? We had a beautiful blue sky, and yet this man wants to spray chemicals over it. This stupid shit, man. But anyway, I'm gonna get into the article. Probably don't read all of it, but this is actually a good article, man, and this is Bible prophecy. And I can't wait till this comes to the West, you know, because you people are proud as hell. Okay, but it says natural news countries all over the world, especially in Europe, it says have started implementing policy that ration food and fuel. Okay, it says Europe struggles with its food and fuel supplies because globally you only have what they would consider 90 days of food supply, 90 days at most. Okay, because most of the food is manufactured as GMO, mainly here in America. Go to places like Germany, Britain, shit like that, they don't really have GMO foods to that degree, but over here in America, everything is GMO. From the bread, I've never looked at bread and it has so many ingredients in it. You know, wheat flour, enrichment, bleach, okay, lithium, fucking mud. I've never met just basic ingredients like oatmeal, just basically grains and oats, and you could put fruit in it. Fucking oatmeal, box oatmeal has over 36 chemicals in it, man. And you can read the back of the box. It's sickening. This is the shit we're consuming in our bodies, and you're wondering why you have digestive issues, why you have obesity, okay, why you have skin problems, why you're always tired of fatigue, why your ligaments are breaking down, okay, because the scriptures give you a life expectancy of 3 score years and 70 years, right? Okay, because I believe 3 score is what? A score is, I think it's 10, and a 3 is 30, 3 score and 10 is, I think that's 70 years if I'm not mistaken. Okay, the Most High allotted man 70 to 80 years to live, but fucking with Esau, your life expectancy may be 35, 36 if you're lucky. All right. But anyway, it says Europe's struggle with its food and fuel supplies began as most nations on the continent imposed economic sanctions on Russia following its invasion of Ukraine, which found out that they only went down there because they found out that America was operating, I believe, 11 or 12 bioweapon facilities in Ukraine. So they went down there to see and to destabilize that, because they know that once the Americans could use those bioweapons on the Russians, they would pretty much control Russia. And Russia, that's not the spirit that the Lord has them in. Okay, so that's an act of war right there. So it's going to lead it to all-out fallout in due time. But it says here, this threatened the flow of already critical commodities in Europe and threatened to collapse already struggling global supply chains. It says, as a result, the prices of everything from oil to wheat have soared, right? Because Ukraine imports, I believe, 25% of the world's wheat and grains, etc. All right, 25%, I believe, which is a quarter. And it says everything from the prices from oil to wheat have soared, leading to multiple decade-high inflation rates. It says supplies of these essential products have also dwindled after exports from Russia were completely strained. Sunflower oil, wheat, dairy, and gas are being rationed. But in Spain, okay, it says the country started experiencing sporadic shortages of different products like eggs, milk, and other dairy products almost immediately following the outbreak and the war in Ukraine. It says in early March, major supermarkets like Mercadona and Marco began rationing sunflower oil, right? Because they want to control everything. And they're going to say, well, look, man, if everybody could come under this global technocracy as far as getting these plants, etc., then, you know, we can, you know, help the food supply. But that's not going to help it, because they're going to still push this wicked agenda. All right. But it says Spain's left-wing government even went further and gave stores the option to temporarily impose limits on the number of certain product customers purchase. But in Greece, at least 4 national supermarket chains have started rationing food products like flour and sunflower oil due to critically low supplies caused by the crippled supply chains coming out of Russia and Ukraine. But it says the supermarkets claim that the current rationing is only a preventative measure that would be rolled back once Greece's supplies of flour and sunflower oil stabilize. But you got to understand, that's why it says the 10 toes, part was partly weak and the other one was partly strong, okay? Because out of the EU, okay, you got Greece, Spain, okay, you got the UK, okay, you got America, which is the whore, okay, you got Germany, Italy, okay, which is considered part of the weaker of the 10 toes. Okay, but places like Spain, etc., the UK, they're very stable right now. That's why the UK formed what they call Brexit, because they was pretty much able to sustain themselves when they were breaking off from the EU. So they're like, look, we don't need you. All right, but nonetheless, they're still in partnership with this beast system. Okay, but it says, but the reason for the cap on these products is only precautionary, as our customers are concerned about the war in Ukraine, said one official from the supermarket chain Alpha Beta Velispoulos. We want to ensure that we will be able to serve our customers' needs in the future too. So flour and sunflower oil are the 2 products which, apart from energy, the war has affected more than anything else, said Greek Minister for Development and Investments Adonis Girodis. It says there are already shortages throughout Europe, okay? But nonetheless, it says food and fuel rationing a consequence of globalism. And they go into the whole takeover and all this other stuff, man. All right, but nonetheless, this is coming here to Babylon, okay? And we can get it in the scriptures. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses should be suddenly found empty, right? Your stores, your box stores, your chain stores, all these places that you once went to, from Aldi to Kroger's to Walmart to Cub Foods, Food for Less, Target, all these places are going to be impacted by this global famine that's getting ready to hit. And they were hitting at it. Biden even said it, look, we're going to have food shortages, man. Okay, and they're going to ration food out. So when you people start realizing that your paychecks, you're not getting the bang for your buck anymore, that's when you people in America, you're going to really start to see like, oh shit, we've been played. And that's when you're going to want to ask questions. And this is when you're going to want to riot and do all types of craziness. But see, the thing of it is, you're going to go out to each other. Okay, because you ain't going to look at the fact that your presidents have played you, man, your Congress people, your people who you put in office, okay, because they're going to be hiding out in bunkers and fallout shelters because, hey, they know what it is. All right. And it says that when a trumpet should give a sound, which when every man heareth, they should suddenly be afraid. And that trumpet is blowing now. And the prophets were blowing the trumpet. Okay. We're telling people, look, this is going to be the outcome of all hell breaking loose. But nobody's listening to us, man. Okay. We just a bunch of crazy men with these garments on that's yelling and screaming at people, cursing out women. Okay. Screaming hate according to you people. But yet your own fucking establishment is the one that got you in this deplorable situation, man. All right, and we just out here warning you, man. We're warning our people, and we telling you other nations that hey, you getting ready to lose your rulership, okay? Because honestly, quite frankly, we sick and tired of dealing with every. Look, we sick and tired of our people, man. You know, and this ain't a nice message telling people that they're gonna be destroyed. But hey, I'd rather be us. I'd rather be y'all than us, and that's just real talk, man. I'm glad I'm on this side of the fence, telling the people what it is instead of being told what it is, you know, and don't listen. So call Allah Yahweh Shai for imposing His mercy upon us and for accepting this truth, because a lot of you ain't gonna see it until it's too late, you know. And probably as it coming past, people are still mocking and scoffing us. They still can't see that we have the truth because their livelihood in America is so important to the point they can't break the strongholds that this kingdom has on them to serve the Most High. Okay, they rather have hot girl summer or, you know, niggas turning up every weekend or whatever. They rather do that in knowing of the truth, but don't repent. Well, I believe in God, but I don't believe in the way that y'all talking about. Well, you ain't got to believe what we saying, but hey, what we saying is the truth. Well, I can't get with that. I can't get with the fact that y'all saying white people going into slavery. So therefore, I'm going to just throw the truth out, which is it's stupid, man. Okay? And it says, and at that time shall friends fight one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. Okay, so this thing is coming to a halt. All right, this is going to be worldwide eventually, and hey, all you people are going to get destroyed. So with that, all praises and glory, honor is due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.